Hi guys, I'm editing the video right now that you're about to watch, but I just wanted to pop in here and say thank you so much for 1K. You guys are awesome. For anyone who is just watching, just started, from the last video, or if you've been here since the first video, I just want to say thank you so much for supporting the channel, and thank you, GB. Bye. Have a good night.
Alright, so we have to order more. And then we probably looks like we're low stock. I know she has a new book coming out, so maybe we can go ahead and pre-order that one, and then make sure that we have some extra of the other book. So your last name? Alright, and how about your first name? Okay. And can you please verify your phone number for me? Okay, yeah, I got you pulled up. Just give me 1 second and I'm gonna go get those books. Okay, I got those books for you. So let's quickly, I'm just gonna set these right here for now. Okay, and so let's quickly verify, just in case, since you already paid online, that these are books that you would be interested in. Okay, so you want books that are based around female characters, right? Okay, and you said little to no romance. So I will let you know that some of these do have just a tiny bit of romance, but not a lot. And it is still very like feminist. They're still very like female oriented, very feminist books. Okay. Okay, yeah, you want to go ahead and change that? All right. So you want to say like medium romance? Okay. Oh, okay, got you. So you don't want it to be like the main part of the book. Yeah, I can put that note in there for you. Yeah, no, totally okay. So okay, awesome. Yeah, that's why we verify. Sometimes the quiz can be a little bit like weird and confusing, like the way that it words things, and it also doesn't leave too much for like ambiguity. So okay, good. Okay, so let's go over some of the picks that we have for you. So these are all very popular books, by the way. So this is My Year of Rest and Relaxation. I'm sure you've heard a lot about this book. It's very popular. So something that people like is having a couple sentences of the first page read to them. Would you be interested in that at all? Okay, yeah, sure. Alright, so I'm going to read the first couple of sentences in the book. Whenever I woke up, night or day, I'd shuffle through the bright marble foyer of my building and go up to the block and around the corner where there was a bodega that never closed. I'd get 2 large coffees with cream and 6 sugars each, took the first one in the elevator on the way back up to my apartment, then slit the second one slowly while I watched movies and ate animal crackers and took Tredzoan and Ambien and Nemble until I fell asleep again. I lost track of time in this way. Days passed, weeks, a few months went by. Okay, so that is this one. It's sort of, I would say this book is more, whenever you read it, it feels a bit more like a dream. Would you be interested in this one at all? Okay, yeah, no, for sure. Sometimes we like to throw in some different ones just in case you're like, oh, actually, that does sound kind of interesting. But yeah, no, we can set this aside. Okay, so this one is The Poppy War, another very, very famous one. I would say this is one of my favorites as well. Okay, so the next one we have is The Poppy War. This one is another super popular book. I would say I kind of like this one more just because I like the more action and fantasy world rather than more like contemporary. I would say also something that I really like is having a main character who's a woman, obviously, and who has that sort of like rage. I would say, like, for example, I really like Katara in The Last Airbender, since I really like I like feeling that anger in a way that's not just a way that's not just like in the male gaze of like, oh, like how they think women feel when they're angry versus how it actually feels, you know what I mean? If that makes any sense. Okay, so let me get to the first page. Take your clothes off. Rin blinked. What? The proctor glanced up from his booklet. Cheating prevention protocol. He gestured across the room to a female proctor. Go with her if you must. Rin crossed her arms tightly across her chest and walked towards the second proctor. She was led behind a screen, patted thoroughly to make sure she hadn't packed test materials up any orifices, and then handed a formless blue sack. Put this on, said the proctor. Is this really necessary? Rin's teeth chattered as she stripped. The exam smock was too large for her. The sleeves draped over her hands so that she had to roll them up several times. If I'm being honest, did not realize that was the beginning of the book, but I will say that this book, it changes very drastically from a more like academic setting to a more like action setting. So would you be interested in this at all? Yeah, of course. No, I can do that for you. All right. So the summary says, when War Orphan Rin aids the Keju, the empire-wide test to find the most talented youth and learn at the academies, she surprised everyone. Test officials, the guardians who wanted to marry her off and further their criminal enterprise, and even herself. But being a dark-skinned peasant girl from the south is not easy at Seingard, the most elite military school in Nikan. Targeted by rival classmates for her color, poverty, and gender, Rin discovers that gods long thought dead are very much alive, and that she possesses a lethal unearthly power and aptitude for the nearly mystical arts of shamanism that could be a weapon the Empire desperately needs. When Nikara is at peace, its enemies and former occupiers, the Federation of Mugen, bides its time, and the Third Poppy War is just a spark away. Rin's shamanistic powers may be the only way to save her people, yet as she discovers more about the god that has chosen her, the vengeful Phoenix, she fears that winning the war might cost her humanity, but it may already be too late. So yeah, as you can sort of hear that the beginning is more of like, I don't want to say Harry Potter-esque, but more of that like academic setting, but then it turns into obviously an all-out war. So would you be interested in this book at all? Okay, yeah, all right, awesome. So that one here. Okay. Okay, so this is Six of Crows. So this one, it has a lot of strong female characters, and I would say this is more of a like found family-esque. So I do really like this one as well. Oh, okay, yeah. No, that's awesome. Yeah, whenever a friend recommends me any book, I'm always like, I need to read it. And then sometimes I don't read it, but okay, yeah, no, for sure. Okay, yeah, you can add that to the pile. All right, and the last recommendation that we had for you was Circe. Yeah, and this author also wrote Song of Achilles, if you've read or heard about that. Yeah, okay, good. No, I would say that this is very different than Song of Achilles because obviously it's about a different person, but also I feel like the way, like the pacing of this book is a lot different. I would say, okay, I think I like this one more than Song of Achilles, since Song of Achilles is a little bit more about just that one relationship, and I feel like, not that I don't want to say I relate, but obviously, but yeah. So this, let me turn to the first page. Okay. So, okay. So let me turn to the first page. When I was born, the name for what I was did not exist. They called me a nymph, assuming I would be like my mother and aunts and thousands of cousins. Least of the lesser gods, our powers were so modest they could scarcely insure our eternities. We spoke to fish and nurtured flowers, coaxed drops from the clouds or salt from the waves. The word nymph paced out the length and breadth of our futures. In our language, it means not just goddess, but bride. My mother was one of them, a naiad, guardian of fountains and streams. She caught my father's eye when he came to visit the halls of her own father, Oceantos. Helios and Oceanos were often at each other's tables in those days. They were cousins and equal in age, though they did not look like it. My father glowed bright as just forged bronze, while Oceanos was born with rheumy eyes and a white beard to his lap. Yet they were both titans and preferred each other's company to those new squeaking gods upon Olympus who had not seen the making of the world. So if you're really into Greek mythology, I would highly, highly suggest this retelling. Okay, yeah. Gotcha. Okay, no, we can set that to the side and I can put, do you want to put this one on hold too? Okay, yeah, sure. So we'll put those on hold for you. Okay, so it's Circe. And then, so the ones that you are picking up today are, click to the right screen, Six of Crows, and then the bottom. Yeah, I think you'll really enjoy those. Okay. Right. And did you want to donate to the Children's Fund today? Of course. So that fund is mostly to get more books into low-income schools. So you can actually, if you go into your account, you can actually choose which schools you want to support, or you can just donate to the main fund. Okay, yeah, sure. And you said $10? Okay. Alright, put that in. All right, so you already have like credit card information. It's okay to put it under the 15782. Okay, yay, awesome. So would you like a bag for these books? Yeah. Okay, so this is the bag we have. It's pretty nice. It's a nice reusable bag. Okay. Okay. All right. And there's that for you. Okay, yay. So if you have any questions, just give us a call and we can help you with that. Anything with your account, with the online catalog. And if you start reading any of those books and you're like, actually, this one is not for me, we also have a free, so let me make sure I'm giving you the right. Okay, so we do have a free 60-day exchange policy. And so that just means if you start reading the book and you're like, this is not for me, but I already bought it. And so that's why we have it. It's just so that you can exchange it for something else. And also, I will ask, do you want any like text reminders for those dates? Yeah, so it would just be like, hey, like, are you happy with this book? Do you want to exchange it? Okay, yeah, no, I can put that on for you. And then let me make sure. Okay. So I have those on. Yeah, I think that's it. I really hope you enjoy those books. Yeah, thanks for coming and have a nice day. Yeah, bye.